My name is Kylo. This is Fleeing Normality Talks.
I was alright for a while. I could smile for a while. But I saw you last night. You held my hand so tight as you stopped to say hello. Oh, you wish me well.
What made me be inspired to start making music? That's a very filled question, but in general, I mean, if you're going way back, literally Janis Joplin, was my number one thing. That sort of got me into music. I was into all the 60s kind of stuff. But then generally what made me go in the route of doing electronic type stuff was I was really into Banks. She was a big influence. I saw her live at Osheaga 5 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta do more shit like this. And Grimes as well is a huge influence for me. And Blood Orange, Purity Ring, there's a lot. I could go on and on, but those type of artists sort of started making me want to create a sound, because I was doing more acoustic type stuff, and those types of artists sort of made me want to delve into doing the more electronic kind of stuff. I started making music probably in high school. I would just write songs, write lyrics and stuff. But my first year in Toronto, which was 8 years ago now, I started teaching myself guitar, and I actually did some folk music, which is very different than now, but I did a little folk EP and acoustic type of stuff, did open mics around the city. Then again, I started listening to different types of artists and wanting to sort of delve into the different kind of sound. So I created Kylo, and I feel I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now, the whole electronic thing. Motivation is hard, because it definitely comes in waves for me. It's hard because I always feel oh, sometimes I'm just not feeling it. I'm not, I don't have nothing to write. I'm not feeling inspired and stuff, but I don't know. It comes in waves. What keeps me going is, I don't know. It's sort of hard to explain. It's just sort of a feeling almost.
Do you trust that exact process that you just it kind of comes in waves maybe?
Yeah, for sure. But I still get down on myself. When I'm oh, it's been a few months and I just don't feel like writing, and I don't feel like I'm writing anything good. But then, I don't know, it's sort of weird. One day will just come and I'll write something and I'm hey, I'm back. I'm back, I'm ready, here we go. And then I'll just be good for and then I'll do a whole project and then things like that. But I sort of have to remind myself that happens, and you don't always have to be on, you don't always have to be creative, and sometimes it's good to rest. I always go back to one of my favorite songs that I've done is on my first EP, and it's called Wait. And it's there's definitely parts in the song that I would pick apart now and be oh, this on the production, this on the lyrics, or the way my vocals were, I hate it now because whatever. But just the rawness and the realness of the feeling. The song's just about not being with someone and not wanting to wait, and just being in the moment. And it just always brings me back to fun times. And so that's definitely one of my favorite tracks. But I don't know. It's hard to pick. So they're my babies.
Yeah,
I can't. But honestly, the song, my new single that's going to be coming out, I feel it's my favorite one so far of anything, and I'm just really excited about it. Yeah, I feel I don't really have a theme or a gimmick per se or whatever. I'm just sort of write what I feel at the time, and just sort of go with the flow. It is sort of hard when I've already put out some stuff and when I'm writing new stuff to be people expect it to sort of sound a certain way and stuff like that. I've noticed, but I don't know, with my new stuff, I'm just trying to not think about what I should sound like, and just write what I feel. So yeah, be able to, not right now play shows, but in the future, touring is definitely a goal of mine. I've done smaller tours and stuff, but I really want to sort of just travel and play lots of different places, meet new people, collaborate with more artists, and just keep growing as an artist and a writer and musician. And ultimately just keep doing this for as long as I can and gain more fans along the way is the goal. Yeah, people are always like, do you want to be famous? Do you want to be? And I'm like, I don't really care about that. Like, I just want to get to a point where I can like live, sustain myself on it, on my music, and not have to do any other side jobs and worry about other things. That would be my like, I'd be like good with that.
What would you want to be doing?
Yeah, well, I actually went to school for social work. So yeah, I have a degree, I have a bachelor's of social work from Ryerson. So I'd probably be doing that just because I'm like such a people person, and I really enjoyed like the school aspect of that and everything. I think I'd definitely be somewhere in that field. But when I graduated, I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna like do what I want to do my dream. So this is it, I think. I feel like I definitely am on like the right path. Like, I don't feel like I might not be like where I want to be or whatever, but I'm definitely not like going backwards by any means. So I feel like it's always, I mean, end of day, I'm just doing this because it's what I love doing. So I'm still going to do it if no one listens to me. But it is nice to see the numbers grow and more opportunities are coming my way every day. And yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully things keep going as they're going. I just recently dropped a remix for Solace that a producer in the UK named Bad Milk did, and it is out now, so you can find that on all platforms. But I do have a new single coming out. I don't have an exact date for it yet, but it's definitely going to be sometime like October, November, so very soon. I'm super pumped about it. So I've spent, during quarantine, I like wrote like 30 songs, so many songs. But I just didn't want to rush it because I think I'm going to do like a bigger like project with all of them. So I just wanted to drop a single out before the new year. And then I'm basically going to spend all fall, all winter on this new project. So 2021 at some point, I don't know when, but there's going to be like a bigger project coming out of some sorts. Might be an EP, LP, album, maybe. We will see. But yeah. Just peace, man. Like, spread love. I'm sick of all this hate. And everyone just do what you're doing, and who cares what everyone else is doing? If it's not hurting you, then just like chill. Like, come on. Let's just spread love, people.